Hey guys, I'm Damian from Wizard World. A bunch of us here at Wizard World got to see Avengers Age of Ultron early. I've got Abby, Nash, and Tucker here, and we're going to give you a spoiler-free review of what we thought of the movie. So I think what we're going to do is start with Tucker. What'd you think of it originally, buddy?
I liked it. I'm pretty skeptical when it comes to the Avengers movies, but I thought as far as like a sequel goes, they didn't do anything wrong. Could have been better. Just going to put that out there. Could have been better,
yeah.
but
all right.
It was okay.
Nash, how about you?
My initial feeling was that the movie was very entertaining. I don't know the source material super well. I'm more kind of experienced the Avengers from a cinematic perspective. And I think from that perspective, all in all, it was just a good movie. I mean, from a movie perspective, it was great. I thought the story was pretty good, and that's my initial reaction before going into any more detail.
Nice. Abby, you saw it before anybody else.
Yeah.
And now you've had more time to chew on it than the rest of us. What did you think?
Yeah, I really liked it. Piggybacking off what the guy said, I really enjoyed it, and that's pretty much it. I really enjoyed everything about it.
And you were so good about not giving any spoilers in the office. That was awesome.
You saw it like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. I loved it. I thought it was great. I mean, I could pick it apart here and there. There's some bits I really didn't like towards the end. I think you could all agree when certain characters happen with things, you just didn't like it either.
This is so difficult to not talk about anything that happened in the movie.
Yeah.
The movie was really good, but there were some things that were bad, and then there were other things that were good.
Yeah, well, let's talk about
Very
characters that we
helpful.
can talk about that have been in the trailers. Who is your favorite character?
Ooh. I'm going to say I really like the Hulk.
Not Bruce Banner, you like the Hulk.
I like the Hulk.
All right.
Me personally, and I'm probably not going to be the only person that feels this way, I personally felt like Hawkeye made some huge strides in my heart as a character in the Avengers. Yeah, I would agree. I think he kind of steals the movie.
Did he pull your heartstring?
He pulled my heartstrings. I mean, Thor has always been the one that I actually like because of the comedy aspect that Thor kind of brings to the table. I like his comedic vibe.
You're all not worthy.
But I think that Hawkeye's storyline really overshadowed everything else, in my opinion, in a positive way.
Nice.
Yeah, I would agree completely. Hawkeye. I think Iron Man stole the show last time. I think Iron Man steals the show whenever he's on TV. But Hawkeye's character in this is actually fun to watch. And Hawkeye's character in the first Avengers was boring. It sucked. It totally was like...
Oh, he was a robot.
Mind
He was
control
pretty much
robot.
He was a robot the entire film.
And
so
then at the end, he just
Yeah.
shoots a bunch of arrows at people. You're like, all right, thank you.
Yeah.
You find out more about him in this one too.
Yeah, whosoever be he worthy shall have the power. Whatever, man. It's a trick.
No, it is much more than that, my friend.
Now, speaking about humor, like Iron Man, do you think that the humor was over the top on this one? There was a lot of humor in this movie. A lot of quick one-liners, a lot of really back and forth.
So, I mean, I guess it's not a spoiler because you see in the trailer when they're like picking up Thor's hammer and they're kind of all hanging out. At that point, I thought if they just let Joss Whedon direct a movie, like a sitcom TV show, The Avengers, I would go watch it without any action, purely dialogue, just like, here's what's going on in their lives. I think it would be great. So I don't mind it, and I know that's like the difference between Marvel and DC right now. Yeah. Is like they want to do like a comedic side of it, but it's funny.
I agree.
Funny.
I mean, that's the same way I feel about it. Is I expect it from an Avengers movie. Like I said before, I don't really know the source material very well, so I don't really know if that's the kind of the tone of the comics themselves, the original stories, that they're very humorous, but it's kind of what we've come to know from a cinematic perspective. And it's one of the things that I really enjoy about, as much as I love kind of the darkness of DC, I enjoy the lightheartedness of Marvel. And
Well, there's a lot of darkness in this movie, but there are moments. But what's great about Joss Whedon is that he knows that when you're this low, you need a high to feel this low again, and you do this. Like even in the trailer, you'll see like these little quick whips between back and forth the characters, and it's like, oh, I needed that to bring me out of that. Insane. Depth of angst that's going on with these characters.
I feel like there were a couple points too where there were no jokes for such a long time, and then a joke hit and the whole theater laughed, and it was almost like a sigh of relief where it's like, I'm about ready to like get super depressed, and now it's like, oh,
They're actually surprising.
Yeah,
You don't
there were a
see
number of
them coming,
surprising,
you're like,
funny parts.
You can't even laugh because you're like, wait, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
And what I find to be funny is even some of the lines from Ultron are hysterical. a lot of Pinocchio references. Obviously, you know, it's the whole theme is my strings have been cut.
He's not like a Terminator though. He's like he's not just like a cut and dry robot.
Yeah.
He's like
he's got full personality.
Yeah, personality.
Which is fantastic. And I think the only person who doesn't have a funny bone in the entire movie, and this really isn't much of a spoiler because she doesn't in the comics, Scarlet Witch. Driest character in the entire series. She's the one who showed the most range of emotion.
Yeah.
Not a spoiler.
I liked them. I liked Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. I thought they did really good jobs competing with the cast that's so like developed at this point. We know these characters from all these past movies, and as newcomers, I thought they did a great job holding their own.
Now, I want you guys all to take a notice when I said when I was talking about these characters and the emotional range. If you saw the look on everybody's face, they did the exact same. Yeah, you know, it's a thinker. I mean, it really, there's so much to this movie, you have to see it twice, 3. I mean, I'm going to see it about 4 or 5.
I'm going to see it again in like 2 days. So.
Hopefully I see it again soon, because it's been a while.
Yeah, I mean, and if I don't think I could actually give any more of a recommendation other than I'm going to say, I'm going to see this again, definitely. I'm sure all of you are too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to. Tucker's like, nah, I'm good.
Tucker's just being
One
difficult.
time,
Can I say, and if this is a spoiler, then you can take this out. But one of the other things that I could not stop thinking about during this whole movie is that this movie puts all the Terminator movies to shame, in my opinion. Terminator, the whole Terminator, kind of like the whole AI that exists in the world of Terminator looks like a little bitch compared to Ultron. In my opinion, Ultron would pick them apart. Like, if they ever want to beat, like, that's what's going to happen in the next Terminator movie when it comes out. When the next movie comes out, it's Ultron beating the shit out of Skynet. Like, that's how Terminator does.
Well, I mean, when you see, even in the trailer, when you see all of the Ultron robots just like clamoring and like climbing like zombies from 28 Days Later, that's frightening.
Yeah,
and in the meantime, these Hulks moving around with guns and.
Where literally, if you run fast enough, you can get away from Skynet. But no. Anyway, that's not all I could think about too. Was just like, wow, why haven't they done this with the Terminator movies?
Unplugging,
Terminator's such a way to this.
Well, just you wait.
Awesome. All right, well, let's. I guess we're gonna tell everybody it was fantastic, and we're gonna watch it again. What grade would you give it, Tucker?
Ooh, out of 10. Out of 10, I would give it an 8. An 8 out of 10, solid, but not perfect.
Yeah, not to be a repeater, but I would say 8's probably a pretty good score for this movie. Yeah.
That's a good question. Probably like an 8.5.
Wow. All right. You know what? I will agree with that. I will give it an 8.5. So there's your score, guys. Go check out Ultron.
Do it.
On the big screen. It's totally worth it. Avengers Age of Ultron is fantastic. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in our next review.
That's the best you can do!
You had to ask.